Hi everyone, in this video we're looking at the sine rule. Now at this stage I'm going to just leave you to look at the sine rule there and we'll apply it to an example, and the proof of it we'll leave for some other time because it is very interesting and is worthwhile looking at, but it might be something better suited when we're together in class or as a task you might like to investigate by yourself, and I wouldn't want to take the joy of finding that away from you. So we'll begin by looking at this example, and simply it's asking us to find this unknown length x. So we'll start by labeling each of the sides. So if this is angle big D, then I'm going to label the opposite side length little d. And if we have this length here, it's opposite the angle of big F, and so I'm going to call it little f. Now because we're looking for a side, I'm going to put the side measurement on the top of our formula. So I'm going to write little d over sine of big D, which is my angle, is equal to little f over sine of our big angle F. So you can see here that the letters that we use are not important, just so long as we're matching our angles up with their opposite sides. Now we can substitute everything in. So D represents the length of x, and capital D is 44 degrees, so we can write over sine 44, and that is equal to the length of F, which is 9 centimeters, and that's over sine of capital F, which is 37. So now all we need to do is solve this equation for x. So we'll start that by timesing both sides by sine 44, and that has the effect of cancelling out the signs on that side. So simply left with x equals 9 times sine 44 over sine 37. Now for the purposes of our calculator, it would be useful to use brackets around top and bottom, but in your working that's actually not necessary. The main thing is that you have that in your calculator. Also, because we're working in degrees, make sure that your calculator is in degrees mode, which mine is. Okay, so let's put this into a calculator. 9 times sine 44 divided by sine 37, and we get 10.39. So answer here is the length of x is 10.39 centimeters. So the application of it is pretty straightforward, as is our application of the area rule. It's simply substituting in, and the work that you have to do for this is exercise 10.01 and 10.02, which is on page 160 to 161.